Hello and welcome back everyone to Space Simulation Toolkit, and today we're actually doing something space related. As you can see, I have built a launch platform. That's right, a launch platform for us to launch rockets from, because people keep asking me to try launching a rocket in this game, and we're gonna see if it works. So you may be wondering what's going on here. I created a little drainage system because it's always raining on this planet, and it was causing problems with the launch pad. So I've actually created a little drainage system so that water will fall down here instead of gumming up my launch system. So we're gonna just try to build a rocket. We're gonna try to build a rocket, and the first rocket we build is gonna be very simple. And there's a reason that this world is at such a small scale. Oh my goodness, I had a massive brush on and I just destroyed everything. But that's why I went ahead and I saved this launch pad before I did anything. There it is, launch pad. Okay, thank God. All right, we're gonna build a rocket. To do this, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of YOLO it. I'm gonna create a single stage, just very simple rocket. And how this is gonna work, I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna work. First off, I'm gonna use something very flexible to kind of connect it to the ground into the launch pad. I'm gonna use this dirt, which may, okay, that's way too flexible. Way too flexible. Way too flexible. Oh no, Starship is down. Starship is down. SpaceX, if you're watching this, I am totally qualified to build rockets, so hit me up. Anyways, let's try that again. This time we're going to, so it needs to be something that'll break off. I guess we'll just try to use like stone. That's fine. Let's make it a little aerodynamic. It doesn't actually affect it because there is no air we're pushing past on this simulation, but that's fine. It's okay. Actually, I'll go ahead and I'll connect it via little metal supports. It's fine. I think it'll still be able to break free if we do this properly. Okay, I'm just gonna have it kind of sit on its butt. Probably not recommended. Okay, you know what? That's kind of working. It's tethering it. It's tethering it. And if I just give the support a little bit more support, I feel like it's gonna be fine. Awesome! We have a launch pad now, and we have a rocket connected to the launch pad, which is being held up by the launch pad. It's a little finicky, but I think it's gonna survive. I think it's gonna be fine. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the fun part. We are going to fill it up with fuel. So to do this, we are going to go ahead and we're going to shift this back. And how shifting works is it's like the material's still there, it's just on a further back layer. So it allows you to create like a hole inside of something. And that's exactly what we want. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we have a container, which is exactly what I want to have right now. Okay, now before I mess this up further, we're going to save. You're gonna notice I save a lot. I'll call this empty rocket 0. Okay. I am feeling good about this. Okay, so now we're going to fill. Did I just crash the game by pressing space? No. No! No! I was just saying I was feeling good about this. Ah! A lot of funny stuff generally happens when I'm playing, so I try not to do too much beforehand. It's not a laziness thing, it's a I don't want you to miss out on the funny things. I guess part of it's a laziness thing too. I won't lie. Alright, so we're going to turn the particle spacing down, which means that we can cram a lot more particles than is normal, into this space. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to fit as much fuel into here as possible. Really cram it in to be very condensed. Okay, as you can see, there is a lot of fuel in here, and I'm just going to keep packing it in because the force of the fuel leaving on its own is going to help rocket this along. Okay, great, good. Okay, it's starting to actually break out. It's so oh, it's leaking a tiny bit. Okay, okay, we have a minor fuel leak, so we're gonna test this. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay, we're gonna disconnect the tower. We're gonna disconnect the tower. We're going to open the bottom of the rocket up. And we are going to light it on fire. Okay, that's a lot of fire. I just realized how much fire I just put down because of the setting. Whoops. Yeah, let's undo that, because I don't want that to literally just explode. Well, I want it to kind of explode, but not like that. All right. We need just enough fire to light it. Maybe a tiny bit more than that. All right, ready? We're gonna see what happens in 3, 2, 1. Vooperian space program. We have ignition. We have ignition. Oh, wait a second. Here it goes. Okay. We have liftoff. It didn't light. It didn't light. It's just spewing out oil, and that that is giving it a little bit of propulsion, but it's not enough. Oh no! Oh, and all of that wasted fuel is going into our. It's going into our little area down here. Well, that certainly could have gone better. That certainly could have gone a little bit better. We really need to get it to... I'm gonna set the heat of the bottom of it super high to try to spark it better. That's gonna be one of the challenges, is actually getting it to ignite. And there's another thing. I'm gonna change a setting in the actual game. So this material fire, I'm going to set it to be larger. This is a trick I've done before. You may be familiar with this trick that I have done. Okay, wait. I don't know the new menus. The new menus. I have to figure them out. Here it is. Size. We're gonna make fire larger. Specifically, okay, material. Okay, that's how you do the material. Okay, so fire, and I want to make the size of fire bigger. You may be wondering why I'm doing this. The reason that I'm making fire bigger is simple, so that when the fuel catches on fire, it'll expand like in real life, because that's a big part of the force that comes out, is from the expansion with heat of the fuel that pushes out. And so if it's not expanding, we're not going to have a whole lot of force generated. So this should greatly increase the we're just going to call this empty rocket 1, because I don't want to have to do that every time. This is going to greatly increase the amount of force generated if we can actually get the fuel to light. Lighting the fuel, like I said, is going to be a challenge, so we're going to see how it goes. Particle spacing, we're going to turn really small again, and we're going to fill this bad boy up. Okay, once I start to see damage caused, that's when it's enough. All right, so it's full, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat the bottom of this until I see it. I wonder if I can actually have this kind of break through on its own. If I make this super thin, like if I delete some of these okay, well, I went a little bit too far. Never mind, we're just going for it, apparently. Let's grab the heat tool. I want to heat this up. I want to heat the bottom of this up to the point where it's just going to instantly catch on fire. Like I want it to, and I may even preheat all the fuel a little bit, just so that it doesn't not light. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab fire. We're gonna put it down here, and I am just going to, yeah, I put a lot of it. This might be insane, but we're gonna see how this goes. This is rocket test number 2. I have ooh, look at all the force. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh was so good, but then it unlit. It unlit. Can I light it again? Come on. Oh, it pushed it up just a tiny bit more. Oh, man. Oh, I was so excited. Okay, man, that whole lighting it on fire and having the fire spread is going to just be the bottleneck here. I wonder if I mixed in something like lava, something hot, just to, I wonder if I lit the entire, okay, that just killed it. But I wonder if I lit the entire thing, like, on fire in the core, if it would just kind of push it. Or maybe I just need to do the heat thing. Maybe I just need to really heat the bottom of the rocket. Okay, but the thing is, we're making a little bit of progress, and I'm kind of curious on a larger scale if this would work. This may be too small. I may be thinking too small. I have a little planet, little rocket. I thought it would be easier to test, but the scale of it may actually be causing some issues. But there's some ways I can cheat. There's some ways I can cheat because everything is small. I'm gonna make some modifications. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to make the mass of metal much smaller because we're working on a smaller scale, so each pixel is like comparatively way more massive. This is like a very thick wall compared to what I could do on a larger simulation size. So I'm gonna go over to metal and I'm gonna turn the mass. Oh goodness, wow, that is not something you can just do quickly, I guess. I guess there are large consequences to that. Yeah, changing the laws of physics. Changing the laws of physics appears to have a couple of consequences, turns out. Let's try that again, but I'm gonna do it much... my GPU's running out of memory. Alright. I wonder if we can just make a better rocket as well. I can make something bigger and a little bit more efficient, but... I feel like the first thing I want to do the obvious things first, right? Okay, so I'm gonna very slowly turn down the mass. Okay, so that causes it to just literally fall apart. So maybe instead of mass, I think mass is used to calculate like the connection distance, which is why I'm having problems with this. But there may be a way around that, which is that I think there's another variable called like gravity, where even if I don't change the mass, I can change the gravity, which you'd think would be related. Yeah, here it is, gravity. I'm just gonna turn gravity on metal. Like, I'm gonna make it a quarter as heavy. A quarter as heavy. And you may be thinking, Spike, what are you doing? Just go with it, okay? Just go along with it. And you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing to oil. I'm gonna make oil way less heavy to work on kind of this scale, because this tiny scale, it's really challenging. It's really challenging to get large force, and so we're just gonna have to reduce the weight of stuff to simulate it. I'm gonna make fuel super light. I'm a big cheater today. I'm cheating all the way. All the way. Because we want to see success, don't we? So even if we have to cheat a little bit, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, the amount of fuel, I think, is a big part of why we were having trouble, because, like, it's a lot of weight. It is actually, like, an insane amount of weight that I was putting in. But the hope is that the amount of force will be higher. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see if I can get fire to form inside of this by heating this up. I think it will turn into fire on its own at a certain temperature. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm gonna have to go a little bit bigger. Oh no, we've sprung a leak! We sprung a leak! It was too much. I think it actually did work, and it caused the pressure to go up, but I didn't open a hole in the bottom for it to escape. Okay, I think we can salvage this still. I think we can still salvage this. I just need to get the metal, and I just have to cap it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna do two things. We're gonna open this up. Whoops. Don't worry, I'm a professional engineer, he says, while his rocket literally just falls apart because of a really simple mistake. It's okay, don't worry about it. Stop worrying about. Okay, this is not good. Particle spacing. Do I need to put it even lower? Why? Oh, man. Okay, it's gonna be an ugly rocket. It's gonna be ugly. We're gonna open this up, and I'm gonna grab fire. And I'm going to actually do the thing I said before. I'm going to like seed little bits of fire throughout this. Okay, and then I'm gonna break these connections, and we're just gonna see how this goes. It may be awful. Wait for it. Wait for it. Do we have acceleration? Wait. It's working! Kind of. It's got no control. The fire is actually spreading though. Okay, wait. What if we can get it into orbit by re-sparking it? Okay. I'm going to give it a lot of fire real quickly to see if I can force it. I'm going to see if I can force it to go. I know, it's kind of cheating, but we all want to see it work, don't we? If we can, we lift it off. Now we just have to get that sideways momentum going so we can slingshot ourselves around. No, it didn't work. I wanted it to work. Why didn't it work? All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's going back down. She's going back down. She's gonna hit the tower. Oh no. Why didn't you work? Like, if I do that, it works really well, just expelling fire. Like, you definitely can have a... Oh! Whoops. You definitely can have a rocket, and you can have it expel enough force to move. The problem is that in this game, it's very... I wonder if I have to tweak the physics of the game to make the... What am I gonna say? Make fire spread more easily. Like, make things more flammable. Can I do that? Is that something I can do? We'll just test over here. Let's see if we can increase the flammability of oil. Actually, we're just gonna cut the entire thing off. Let's make a big bowl here. I'm gonna fill it with oil. Maybe not that much oil. Whoops. Okay, that definitely is not what I wanted to do. Okay, but we're making progress. We are making progress. We're gonna give it one more shot during this video, and then I'm gonna go back to the drawing board because I have ideas. I have ideas based off of the success we've had so far. You're like, what success? Don't worry, we've actually had some success. Like, I have learned from what we've done. Okay, so I'm gonna make a... Great. I can't even make a circle properly. Okay, we'll make a metal circle, because the metal circle is less likely to, there we go. Okay, we're gonna fill this with oil, and I'm gonna start doing experiments. Because I really think that we can make this work if we just get oil to burn a little bit more easily. Okay, we didn't save the gravity changes, did we? No, we didn't. That's okay, though. What I really want to know is flammability, combustion. Okay, so A, B, C, D is A, temperature to combust, B, temperature of fire when created, temperature added when ignited. Okay, so we can make this way more explosive. I'm gonna make this burn at 1,000 degrees. Now I'm gonna make it immediately add 500 degrees, which is kind of extreme. And then D is how much each node will burn. D over C equals number of fire particles that will be emitted. Wait, D over C. D over C, 5,000 over 50. So we actually want to increase this, but we're gonna we're gonna really make this burn. Okay, let's see how this works now. I want to make it really explosive in nature. This doesn't seem. I feel like we have to get the temperature higher. Okay, what's that? We're gonna grab the temperature tool. I did the wrong thing again. Give me the temperature. Give me the temperature tool. I want the temperature tool. Why aren't you giving me the... There we go. Okay. We need to heat this up to burn. Okay. There we go. It's still not quite as violent as I want. Like it's burning, and it's definitely burning, but it's not burning fast enough. So we're going to go even further. We're going to... I made it so that it requires the temperature to combust, temperature of fire created, combustion smoke, idea of what the material will turn into after combustion fire turns to smoke. I feel like... I'm not too worried about that. Lifetime, how long a node will persist. Oh man, are these actually being formed? Yeah, they are being formed at 1,000 degrees. The issue is it doesn't really back propagate well. Like it only burns on the surface, right? It doesn't really dig deep. I mean, it definitely does. It does burn though. I feel like we're getting closer. Like we're getting closer. We just have to make the perfect rocket fuel, and to do that, okay. So D is how much each node will burn. I wonder if that's way too high, or if this is way too high. You know what? I'm gonna turn the temperature of fire up even more. That's created, and I'm just gonna keep increasing the numbers. I'm a big believer, and if it don't work, just add a 0. Okay, actually, that does seem to have made it a little bit more aggressive. We really want it to be explosive, though. We don't want it to melt the rocket, though. That's another thing I'm worried about. I'm very worried about it melting the... Oh, no, that's the other thing. We need to make it so that the temperature... Oh, growth of the particle size when temperature increases. Huh? I didn't know that was an option. Thermal expansion? Since when was that a thing? Oh my goodness! That is perfect. I didn't know thermal expansion was a thing. Okay. Okay, Mr. SST, I'm a big fan of that. Thermal expansion max, thermal expand... Growth of the particle repulsion. These are like all the... Okay, wait. Is that gonna make it actually, like, explosive? Okay, we got good stuff going on here. Thermal conduction. This is it. We want the temperature to spread very quickly through these, so that it really ignites. Here we go. Here we go. I'm just gonna... Oh! Oh my god. Okay, maybe I went a little bit too far. Okay, went a little bit too far. Thermal conductivity, we could turn down a little bit from there. All right. Okay, I'm going to delete this mess over here. We're going to inject our new rocket fuel mixture. I think that's honestly, I was trying to engineer the rocket. I wasn't thinking about the fuel. What's funny is actual rocket companies, like space exploration companies, do this too. Like sometimes you don't think about what you're putting in to the rocket. So NASA, Hit me up. I don't know why I did like a love sign instead of like a phone. I meant to do a phone. Thank you. But I love space too. Okay. Rocket launch 2. Or are we on 3? Did I start with 0? That's what programmers do. Programmers start counting at 0. We're weird. Okay. Particle spacing, I'm going to turn way down again. This is going to feel really familiar. You're going to be like, Spike, we keep doing this, but it's all for a reason. Okay, we're going to really pack it in. Oh, I forgot to reduce the mass of things too. Okay. You know what? It may be faster to just leave the fuel in it, and yeah, I'm making some changes here. We're gonna turn the gravity on this down. We're gonna turn the gravity on this down. We're gonna do all the things, Okay. Okay, it's gonna jump a little bit. That's fine. I'm gonna save it again. Okay. Riot launch 3. Yay. Okay. Okay. Graphics card, you ready? You doing okay, graphics card? You doing okay? Yeah, you're doing okay. Okay, and now we are going to we're gonna test it, guys. We're gonna see what happens. I'm hoping that the absolutely packed together fuel combined with all of the different things we have done to the physics to give it an advantage. Plus, I'm gonna stick some fire right on the end to get it started, and I'm gonna heat it up. Here it goes. 3, 2, 1. Wait! Oh, no, come on! Oh, I thought it was working! There's just not enough heat. The heat gets drawn out so easily. Okay, I'm heating the whole rocket up. Whatever. YOLO. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we've learned, though. That's the important thing. And this time, you know, we kind of cleared the atmosphere. We're gonna go over the tower. Oh man. I'm going to experiment with fuel mixtures on my own, and I'm gonna see if we can do better. Because you know what? The core idea that we have here is not wrong. Like, I feel like we're close to figuring this out. So, thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. This is a little bit of a longer video. Let me know if you enjoy the longer ones and getting into it a little bit. But I'll see you all next time. Peace out, and the Vooperian space program will continue. Join Valor.gg.